What's up, Quadcopter fans? It's AngryDrone.com, and today I'm going to be doing a review over the Skytech M62R. So, I've taken this out for several test flights, and extremely happy with the purchase. If you look at the drone itself, it looks like a mini DJI Phantom, and it's built very, very well. It's very sturdy, very big for the price point and for being a mini. Just to give you an example, this is a SEMA X11, which is on the fairly large side for the minis, and this thing is much bigger. So there's a lot of good benefits about this drone. There are a couple negatives. I'll be playing my flight video in the bottom right hand corner so that way you can see it. But first and foremost, you know, this doesn't have gear motors, which is a plus for me, especially in the conditions that I fly. Motors are very powerful, has a lot of lift to it. It's not the fastest quadcopter in the world, but you wouldn't really expect that from, you know, it having a camera. So another benefit of this is it does have a camera. It's a 0.3 megapixel camera. I haven't quite got it to work out correctly yet. All my recordings have come out pretty scrambled and jumbled. It does take a micro SD card right there that you can push in and out to remove and put into your computer to take it off. Very, very few complaints with it. If you're a beginner, you know, this will be very smooth. It'll be very easy to control. Not a lot of crazy erratic movements, and it hovers very, very well. Some of the downsides to it, and these are just me nitpicking, is that one, obviously the camera's a little bit tricky to get going. There's a sequence on the controller that you have to do in order to turn the camera on and get it to record. One of the downsides that I did notice is that this is the front orientation of the quadcopter. When you open this up, the battery is in here. There's a hatch. It comes with an extra one, so in case you do break this, you can replace it. So the battery slides in there, and then there's two pre-cut slots that come in this door already. I actually had to take an X-Acto knife and make it bigger, so then that way I could actually fit the wires through, which I'm assuming is the way it's supposed to be. Charge and plug it in from here. Now, it does have a little bit of excess wire, so, you know, it possibly could get down into the range of the camera while you're flying. I haven't experienced it yet because I haven't got any clear video quality. I did take a picture with it, and it did turn out fairly well. So, you know, I have high hopes for this camera. There is a camera board in here. If you look through this venting back here, you can see it, which, you know, I might even consider taking it out and putting it in, let's say, like my SEMA, which also has a slot for a camera board to go in, but it does not have a camera. So that's something I might consider doing here in the future too as well. The landing gear that comes with it, it's very helpful. It automatically has these feet on here, so you don't necessarily need the landing gear, but they do come in handy. You know, once you snap them in here, the only downside is to get them out, I actually got to open up the drone and, you know, take them out. You just can't pull them off. So it has some prop guards. They're fairly easy to put on and off, so, you know, if you are going to do some indoor flying, you know, you'd probably want to put them on there. They are sturdy, so they do have some resistance to them, so they actually will protect your blades, and you can easily put them on by sliding it over the propeller and then locking it into the motor seat right here. You know, other than that, really not too many other complaints. The lights are a little bit different, which is cool. So you have green in the front, you have orange in the back. And then as far as the controller goes, this is basically a knockoff of my SEMA X11 as I have with the Hornet. So I'm assuming that, you know, in some way they're probably related, and this one has, you know, the camera functions on there. In order to actually do the camera, you have to turn the power on. This isn't bound, obviously. And then once the power's on, you have to hit this middle button right here to cycle through the modes. And then once it's on, then you can hit down, to start recording. So this will actually change colors. It'll go from no color to red to bluish red, which allows you to be able to record. The only downside is when you are recording, you cannot do your tricks. Your trick button is over here, which is a little bit different than most, where it's on the right hand side. But you just hold that in and then you push the direction in which you want to flip. A little bit of a battery hog. It does take 4 AA's, but that's to be expected, with the range, and also with the ability to take photos by pushing up, or video by pushing down. So overall, very happy with the purchase. It does have probably about 100 feet or 30 meters for its range. I was able to get it out there fairly far, and this thing is very easy to fly. I have not wrecked it yet, which is odd because I usually wreck all of them at least once, but the landings seem to go pretty smooth, and definitely would anyone in this price range that's looking to purchase one mini quadcopter, I would definitely recommend this one to them, because I paid roughly about $25 for it. You do get a lot of extra accessories. You do get your USB charger. You get a 520 megabyte USD card, and you also get a adapter that you can plug into your computer to put your USD card in there. You get your prop guards, your landing gear, your 4 extra blades, and it does come with the screwdriver. Obviously the controller comes with it too as well, no batteries included. But you can get all that for roughly around $25. Whereas, something like this, the CMAX 11 Hornet, same price, very good, smooth flyer. This does have gear motors on it, so it's a little squeaky, a little bit loud. Very responsive, this one is. But this didn't come with the camera, and basically all it came with was its charger and some extra propellers. So like I was saying, for the price, I would definitely purchase this. A nice addition to have to any collection, especially since it does have an onboard camera. The video is probably not going to be the best once I get to see it, but it's better than nothing, and it'll be kind of fun to tinker around with. I did notice one other downfall too. It was fairly windy in the flight video that will be playing in the bottom of the screen. This thing did not cut into the wind very well, even on higher speeds, but it was a very, very strong headwind. And this thing is fairly large and just kind of a little bit smooth and clumsy. So it just kind of wouldn't really cut too hard into the wind. So I would be careful if you're flying it in windy conditions and the battery gets low, because there's a chance that this thing might not come back to you. You'd have to go chase it. You're not going to have to go far. It just won't cut into it. It just kind of stays where it's at. So if this helped you out in any way, definitely leave a like, and be sure to subscribe to the channel for more flight videos, as well as unboxings and reviews.